Linear array of n isotropic sources. Consider a linear uniform array of n isotropic point sources. The total phase angle psi is dr cos phi plus delta, where dr is 2 pi d by lambda, which is equal to beta d. If source 1 is taken as a reference, then source 2 will have a phase angle of psi with respect to source 1. Source 3 will have a phase angle of 2 psi with respect to source 1. Source 4 will have a phase angle of 3 psi with respect to source 1, and so on. Source 1 will have a phase angle 0, since we have considered the source 1 as reference. The array has n isotropic point sources, so the total electric field intensity at a distant point is given by E equal to E naught e to power j 0, phase angle at source 1 is 0, E naught e to power j xi, phase angle of source 2 is xi, E naught e to power j 2 xi, and so on until n sources, that is E naught j n minus 1 xi. We have considered the linear array of n isotropic sources having a same amplitude, that is E naught and with different phase angle. So we can write the above equation as E naught is can keep outside, then 1 plus e to power j xi plus e to power j 2 xi plus until n source as 1 xi. If amplitude is taken as unity, then E naught equal to 1. Therefore, total field intensity E is equal to 1 plus e to power j xi plus e to power j 2 xi plus e to power j n minus 1 xi, equation number 1. Multiply both sides with e to power j xi, we get E into e to power j xi, which is equal to e to power j xi plus e to power 2 j xi plus e to power 3 j xi plus e to power j n xi, equation 2. Equation 1 minus equation 2, we get E is equal to E minus e to power j xi, which is equal to 1 minus e to the power j n xi. Therefore, e into 1 minus e to the power j xi, which is equal to 1 minus e to the power j n xi. Therefore, total field intensity E is equal to 1 minus e to the power j n xi divided by 1 minus e to the power j xi. Third equation is E is equal to 1 minus e to the power j n xi divided by 1 minus e to the power j xi. The third equation I can write as E equal to e to the power j n xi by 2 inside e to the power minus j n xi by 2 minus e to the power j xi by 2 into n divided by, in the numerator I can keep e to the power j xi by 2 outside, then inside the bracket I can write e to the power minus j xi by 2 minus e to the power j xi by 2. Therefore, total field intensity E is equal to e to the power j n minus 1 xi by 2, and in the numerator I can write e to the power j xi n xi by 2 minus e to the power minus j n xi by 2 divided by e to the power j xi by 2 minus e to the power minus j xi by 2. Therefore, E is equal to e to the power j n minus 1 xi by 2 into sine of n xi by 2 divided by sine of xi by 2. Fourth equation becomes E is equal to e to the power j zeta sine of n xi by 2 divided by sine of xi by 2, where zeta equal to n minus 1 xi by 2. Therefore, total electric field intensity is sine of n xi by 2 divided by sine of xi by 2 angle zeta. If zeta equal to 0, total field intensity is sine of n xi by 2 divided by sine of xi by 2. If we substitute xi equal to 0, xi equal to 0, we get intermediate form, that is limit xi tends to 0 of sine of n xi by 2 divided by sine of xi by 2. Therefore, E max is equal to n. We know that limit theta tends to 0 when sin theta divided by theta equal to 1. This concept you have used in the above equation. Then maximum electric field intensity is equal to n. Normalized value normalized value of electric field intensity is E normalized is equal to total electric field intensity divided by maximum electric field intensity. So total electric field intensity is sine of n xi by 2 divided by sine of xi by 2 divided by E max, that is n. This is the normalized value of n isotropic sources having same amplitude and different phase angle. To illustrate the sum of the properties of the linear array, in the syllabus 4 cases are discussed. The first one is broadside array. In a broadside array system, the peaks should be in a plane perpendicular to the axis of the array. As we can see in the figure, major lobes are perpendicular to the axis of the array. In a broadside array system, sources are in phase. Power is applied with equal amplitude and in phase. Generally, the phase angle xi equal to dr cos phi plus delta. But in the broadside array system, since power is applied with equal amplitude and in phase, the condition is delta equal to 0. Therefore, phase angle for broadside array system is dr cos phi. Condition for peaks xi equal to 0. Therefore, we will get a main lobes at plus or minus 90 degree. Condition for side lobes is sine of n xi by 2, which is equal to plus or minus 1. Condition for nulls is sine of n xi by 2, which is equal to 0. Null is a direction in which the field magnitude is 0. In end-fire array system, the peaks should be along the axis and distribution is uniform on both the sides. We can see in the figure. The condition for end-fire array system is delta is minus dr. Therefore, we can say that phase angle xi equal to dr cos phi plus delta. For the end-fire array, dr cos phi, delta is minus dr. Therefore, xi equal to dr cos phi minus 1. Condition for peaks xi equal to 0. Therefore, we will get main lobes at 0 degree and 180 degree. Condition for side lobes is sine of n xi by 2 is equal to plus or minus 1. Condition for nulls sine of n xi by 2 is equal to 0. End-fire array with increased directivity. Hansen and Woodyard have shown that larger directivity is obtained by increasing the phase change between sources, so that delta is equal to minus of dr plus pi by n. This condition will be referred to as the condition for increased directivity. Thus, for the phase difference of the fields at a large distance, we have xi equal to dr cos phi minus 1 minus pi by n. Array with maximum field in an arbitrary direction, scanning array. Let us consider the case of an array with a field pattern having a maximum in some arbitrary direction, that is phi 1, not equal to k pi by 2, where k equal to 0, 1, 2 or 3. Then xi equal to 0, which is equal to dr cos phi 1 plus delta. By specifying the spacing dr, the required phase difference delta is then determined. By changing delta, the beam direction phi 1 can be shifted or scanned.